We've been told for centuries that Stonehenge is a mystery, a calendar, or a temple for druids. But if you look at it through the lens of modern tech and psychology, it starts to look less like a pile of rocks and more like a high-performance user interface. Recently, two massive scientific breakthroughs, one from 2020 and a bombshell from 2024, have essentially let us data mine this ancient site. What we found suggests a sophisticated system that may have been designed to hack human perception. The hardware, proof of work. Let's talk about the hardware first. In August 2024, a team of scientists used laser ablation mass spectrometry to scan the chemical IP address of the 6-ton altar stone sitting at the center of the circle. For years, we assumed it came from nearby Wales. We were wrong. The data points to a source in the Orcadian Basin in northeast Scotland. That is 750 kilometers away. In the Neolithic world, that's not just a commute, it's an incredible logistics challenge. Why would you haul an elephant-sized rock across a prehistoric wilderness without a single truck? In tech, we call this proof of work. If I send you an automated email, you don't care. But if I hand-carve a letter into a stone and carry it 400 miles to your door, you're likely going to listen. By dragging this alien rock from the tip of Scotland, the builders may have been performing a massive act of social unification. It suggests a signal that everyone on the island was now part of the same network, a 750-kilometer accept terms and conditions button for a new society. But once the hardware was in place, they needed the software to run it, and that's where the 2020 acoustic study comes in. A team at the University of Salford built a 1:12 scale model of Stonehenge, essentially a scientifically accurate Lego set, to test how sound moved. They found that Stonehenge wasn't just an open-air park, it potentially acted as an acoustic firewall. The stones were positioned to act as a physical noise gate. Inside the circle, voices were boosted by over 4 decibels. The echoes lasted for 0.64 seconds, making even a simple bone flute sound rich and powerful. But here is the psychological kicker. The stones likely also blocked sound from leaving. If you were inside the circle, the signal was crystal clear. If you were outside, you were effectively in a mute zone. This could have created an in-group versus out-group algorithm. By controlling who could hear the data of the ritual, the builders may have created a social hierarchy. It's the same logic behind modern filter bubbles. When you control the input, you potentially control the psychology of the crowd. Which brings us to the user experience, or the UX, of awe. Our brains appear to be hardwired with an awe response. When we hear a voice that is naturally amplified and surrounded by reverberation, our psychology tends to shift. We may become more compliant, more focused, and more likely to attribute authority to the speaker. Modern spatial audio AI uses this hack to make VR environments feel real. The Neolithic builders didn't have silicon, but they likely understood the wetware of the human brain. They seem to have used 30-ton sarsens to program a feeling of importance into their users. They were, in a sense, the first UX designers, using the Earth's physics as their operating system. So why does this matter to us today? Because it reminds us that technology isn't just about microchips, it's about the intent behind the design. Whether it's a stone circle in 2500 BC or a social media algorithm in 2026, the goal is often the same: to unify us, to exclude some of us, and to use our own psychology to keep us looking at the center of the circle. We've traded stone pillars for glowing screens, but the source code of human behavior appears to remain remarkably similar. We're still just standing in a circle, waiting for the system to tell us who we are. If you found this deep dive into Neolithic UX design fascinating, please like the video and subscribe for more explorations into the intersection of psychology and tech. Thanks for watching.